Bintanlek? Anybody do ask you that? Well, if anybody not ask you it, let ask you. I mean, you already watch me right now. How you week Bintanlek for you? It's Friday, and for us here, it has been a long ride throughout the weekend. Today, Friday, we want to take you through waiting and waiting don't make waves. Waiting don't send so many debates here and there across the country and the world in general. La pause and welcome you to today's show here on Sleek Television, channel 37. You can also join us on Facebook at Sleek TV, website at sleektv.com, and follow us on all social media handles. I am Rabiatu Manzaye. Quickly, we quote for today read, say, progress is not always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet commitment to keep showing up, learning, and improving week after week. I just take it one more time. It's a progress. It's into something very loud. It's just something in there for be quiet. I mean that quiet commitment where for the show always, and during that process they learn and they improve every now and then. You know, sometimes you can feel like, say, you don't stuck somewhere, you don't even know what for do, but you can, this is the funniest thing also. That moment where you feel like you're stuck or nobody they look up to you, or you cannot do things, that's when somebody go in and Lily corner, they watch and they admire you. It's Review of the Week. Join us as we explore on the biggest stories that make waves. See you right after the short break.
Up to important issue them where they affect Salon and the world. The Epic Morning Show, they set the agenda for the day by way for look inside social, economic and political environment, and self bring interesting topic them when need critical answer and solution them. We they bring the issue them come to UNU with just one agenda when I for serve the people with all the answer where they need. Tune in to the Epic Morning Show every Monday to Friday 7:30 to 10 o'clock in the morning on Epic Radio 99.3 FM as we bring in Master Sabi people for come discuss all the important issue them where they happen in that country. You can watch me live now with Facebook page when at Epic Radio 99.3 FM and surf on Sleek TV channel 37. Epic Morning Show with a serve on Ottawa. Up to important issue them where they affect Salon and the world. The Epic Morning Show, they set the agenda for the day by way for look inside social, economic and political environment, and self bring interesting topic them when need critical answer and solution them. We they bring the issue them come to UNU with just one agenda when I for serve the people with all the answer where they need. Tune in to the Epic Morning Show every Monday to Friday 7:30 to 10 o'clock in the morning on Epic Radio 99.3 FM as we bring in Master Sabi people for come discuss all the important issue them where they happen in that country. You can watch me live now with Facebook page when at Epic Radio 99.3 FM and surf on Sleek TV channel 37. Epic Morning Show with a serve on Ottawa. Up to important issue them where they affect Salon.
Easy transaction, Orange Money, they any outside you go.
Orange Money, they are for you and me.
Viewers from wherever you're watching from, this is your favorite music producer, and guess what? I'm on Sleek TV. Whether you're in Freetown, keep it glued to channel 37. They're also on Facebook Live. Tune in and get some
Around you like my habitat. In a mohi garden, the juke and one lima plug no my me recipe, me harmony, me honeybee.
Welcome back. Join us with the week review and thoughts. I get with me here Abdul Hassan Faki, editor, The Examiner newspaper, editorial consultant, political and social analyst, and also James Kamarmane, a producer and an editor. Good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome to the Today Show.
Good afternoon, Rabi. Good afternoon, viewers.
Thank you. Good afternoon, viewers.
Okay, so I don't mind. Mostly we'll see you at the latter part of the show, but this time around, and before you don't come.
Yes.
I mean, it's been one of the biggest stories so far. Sierra Leoneans are celebrating, I mean, all over. And Usaiwi President was appointed chair of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government. And we see so many jubilation here and there. Oman, they say this and this. But waiting come after, or the one will say the load waiting at the end, the kind of responsibility we don't get. Most of us not understanding. But quickly, let we join the president, the possibility, the former president of this particular position here, so we're the current president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu. I mean, we'll be the handover in the handover speech. So just hear you waiting and say, and we will come back in the studio quickly.
Excellencies, head of state and government, distinguished guests, please permit me to express my profound gratitude for the confidence you placed in me to serve as chair of the authority. Not once, but twice. It has been a profound honor and privilege to lead this esteemed body, and I remain deeply humbled by the trust and support you have extended to me throughout my tenure. As I now hand over the mantle of leadership to my great friend and dear brother, His Excellency, President Julius Maada Bio of Sierra Leone, the new chairman of ECOWAS Authority, Head of States and Government, I do so with a deep sense of fulfillment and optimism for the future of West Africa. I remain confident that with the continued cooperation of all its members, ECOWAS will scale over greater heights in our collective pursuit of peace, security, stability, and prosperity for our people and for our region.
For our people and for our region, I mean, that's not the president of Nigeria. Their way, I'm been there before we own presidents now don't take up the mantle, and thus want to say congratulations to them. But now quickly to my guest in the studio, let's start with you, Mr. Faki. Maybe most of us don't understand. We may understand, say, firstly, now the second term this way Salone don't actually take, where somebody from Salone don't get this kind of a position. But then they much understanding of in there compared to now. So what did this actually mean? Not for just celebrate, I'm sure it goes beyond celebrating. What did this actually mean for us as a country and the president actually for take up this particular journey?
Yeah, ECOWAS, the Economic Community of West African States. It consists of 16 West African states, Francophone and French and English. And then come with this ECOWAS. Well, this history was that they want to get a cooperation for cooperate among the 16 states there, with many objectives and where they still unfold. You know, they want to get standby force. If anybody get problem in the country, they will send person for working for FED. They couldn't do that to win 1996, 97, 98. Where the ECOMOG can. From Nigeria. So, you know, ECOMOG is under ECOWAS. And then they support people. Then they get other economic cooperation. You know, like now the DEPA talk about one currency, which has been very long. talk.
Until they that talk.
Yeah, well, not feasible here because of too much differences in language. Then they also get ECOWAS also get a court where somebody can feel a bit aggrieved in your country. They don't try all the means possible for get legal redress, and let's say don't go to the Supreme Court. Please, you can go to ECOWAS court like a former Vice President Sam Sumana. If you go to ECOWAS court, he will complain government for saying the
yes, former government.
Very good. So the former government of Koroma. So ECOWAS the former for them. The reasons they are for being each other's keeper. You not get any political bearing. Where they see actually this being time, which is so much political backlash, so much talk them. Not to the work of ECOWAS, the one, all that they will put the ascribe to ECOWAS, for say they overthrow presidents. ECOWAS not they overthrow presidents. In fact, they assist presidents. In the Gambia, they quote Gambia. Gambia, they don't overthrow, Jammeh. The elections was won by Adama Barrow. Jammeh being a dictator is still inside it. And the elections been very clear. The result come on, they see. So no one they follow. It twist the result. So it decided for Sudan. They quote other laws. One for use the military. So ECOWAS said no, we cannot allow you to sit down there. You have been there for about 25 years and so forth. You don't do Boko problem in any place, and they don't win you. Then the work of ECOMOG. But ECOMOG don't overthrow governments. The reason why they bring this, I think there is so much stories
about
ECOMOG being
ECOWAS.
ECOMOG being, you say ECOMOG for say ECOMOG overthrow governments. ECOMOG don't overthrow governments. They support governments of the region, the 16 region, 16 countries that we form. So basically, that the work that they would do. So when they formed in 1975, the other people that they recorded come 1981 to 82. Then Seka Stevens, former president, Seka Stevens, the first executive president of Salon, he became chairman. After the OAU, where he became chairman in 1980, 81, 82, he became chairman. So naturally, a rotational, how do you call it? Position down there. Not the position where they campaign for. They campaign for it. That they put too much politics in this thing. Politics don't kind of, as I always tell them, Salon would politicize even the food would eat, even the clothes would they wear. Some of them get clothes, they will not wear them again. Because they go link you say, that green in the SFP, that red in the APC, that blue in the PMDC, that orange in the PMDC. So it becomes so toxic. So even when they give President Bio, they don't give President Bio because they go contest. They go contest in the ballot box. Then again, a Salon in time don't reach now. Any president
after 50 years.
Yeah, well, after 50 years. Well, many reasons a day. Many reasons the way we nobody get after 50 years. Very many reasons there. Where we look at it small. But now a position where rotational, it can rotate by regions. By countries. This country, some countries like this part, this Tunubu, not 2 times a year. Some countries do 1 time, some do 2 times. So no nobody happen. So you don't get any political coloration. You don't get that's one for really emphasize. You don't get campaign. You don't get candidature for say, they go stand. They rotate and they choose among the heads of state. First, the ministers and they meet first. The foreign ministers they meet. They drop the agenda. Then they talk to the president. Then they can say, well, we'll get somebody in mind. Now make it difficult for them to get 2 candidates in mind. Not one.
All right. Okay. Let's just holiday quick and come to money. Where presidents will be making speech amongst many that in the way say now restoring constitutional order and strengthening democracy. And it don't say don't can get power na term way other countries some countries actually come out from ECOWAS as a result of some UK democracy business with the different likes of Guinea, Mali, and the likes. And one go on for actually ask, looking at Salon as a country and the issue between we and Guinea firstly, and now President don't say one of the things that we Ingo wants for do, or it gets planned for do, for ensure say we strengthen democracy around countries. Then you think say, it go able for actually reach out to that fit there?
Thank you very much, Fabi. Before we go to President Bio, whether you go for fit for Gibak Yenga or do other things we have to look at President Bio in mandate. He got a lot of issues where in need for can settle. First, let me congratulate him for chairmanship and we hope say it go perform due diligence with this new position where you don't get. But if you look at 4 of the key mandates them we in President Joseph emphasized on during his speech, he mentioned one is say, like you say, restoring constitutional order, deepening and also deepening democracy in the region. These are one big issue where the African region don't suffer from. Most of the time, we don't say, we wake up morning, we coup they take place in one African region, another coup they take place in another African region, and now we have countries where junta leadership they go on. One example in our backyard, Guinea. Junta military rule they go on there now, and so they are not they're not under democratic rule when universally recognized. So they're not under there. That is one. Burkina Faso is another one. Junta rule, not to be democratically rulership. We have Mali, and we also have Niger. So all these countries, President get a big tax.
Well, if you go to then come again at ECOWAS, because then don't boycott, but put in them.
Yes, now by mandate that one day. It's a must. You know, in need for time base. Mind you, this position are just a 1-year position. So within a space of 1 year, you need to see how you can bring back constitutional practice back to Africa region, especially the 4 countries about to mention where not they under democratic rule for now, where they is within the West African region. You get that tax for do. And you also get another tax for see how we benefit Sierra Leone when we get a war. Now the ECOMOC under the ECOWAS, and then help we military for restore peace. So in those years, we be afraid ECOMOC, people they be afraid ECOMOC. When I say ECOMOC, the ECOWAS they send troop, everybody they panic. But now, these regions we being ruled by junta leaders, you tell them say they count ECOMOC troop, they tell you say they are more ready, they are more prepared than even the ECOMOC or the ECOWAS troop where they come. So you see, so President Bill gets a tax for restore the dignity of. So
it's like trust don't lost na ECOWAS.
Yes, so you have to restore first the dignity of ECOWAS, and before you restore the dignity of ECOMOC. So you see, so he gets another youth tax. He also gets for create a way we are in funding, get for kind more to ECOWAS. Mind you, these 3 regions, or we mentioned these 3 regions we don't left, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. These are huge contributors to ECOWAS. So the left one, they create a huge vacuum in ECOWAS right now.
How?
Because you're not going to forget more funding. These are countries who get a very vast contribution to ECOWAS. So when they left, it can affect ECOWAS economically. So you need for President Bill get a tax again for bringing them come back. So they need for come back.
If they go willing for come, that's another thing.
Well, you got to us. If you buy like way somebody wants to business, you market and immediate part of the market, and you go for bail and back for buy the market. You go for present the market in a way more attractive for this time.
They go give examples. Say if you go to Abacha, you get different people where they sell it. Yes. It all depends to whether you go one for buy it, right?
Yes, sure. So as I say again, you go for build the credibility of ECOWAS. As I say, people that look at ECOWAS as a toothless bulldog. That's so now they look at them because now where Guinea leader Mamadou Doumbia took over in Boss when the former president Alpha Condé, it was the duty of ECOWAS for restore democratic rule, but they failed in that. We see former president of Ghana, Akufo-Addo, sought to be corrected. Former president may go to Guinea, prevail over the Guinean and junta leader for restore democracy. They fail. They not look at them. They go back again, Burkina Faso. They fail. Niger, Mali, then fail. So it means say ECOWAS don't lose the face for control Africa as a whole. So they need for create that kind flair again of the institution. This blog gets for create the international fear among them, amongst African states for no say they need for restore the respect to them in the loss. And that, when they restore that respect today, they make another African countries back, they be prepared for join. Again, the one that we don't left can come back and can join. And the ones that will not join yet, perhaps can come back again. So well, make a can be a member. So it's a huge tax for President Bill, as I say, now very, very huge work it gets. Now, again, one of the things again we make like you normally give a president say you will be chairman, and because they expect say you can't even be for be peaceful. You forget at least relative peace no political
Conflict or whatsoever.
conflict, not for deal within the country. So in Salon presently will enjoy that one, they will not get political conflict for now. But nobody can tell. This is just an argument. This is just an hypothetical thinking that perhaps President Bio is being the chairman of ECOWAS. Maybe he will get the responsibility, or yes, he will get the responsibility for CCR. Okay, former President Bio, former President Ernest Bai Koroma, de Nigeria, I need to bring him back to Sierra Leone. It's another way of building peace.
I'm sure people actually look up to that.
Yes, for sure say you are ready for peace. You Nalaka leader, are ready for peace. So you need for bringing back. Perhaps you might be thinking about it, or maybe the commission can think about it and say you need to bring back a former president. Yes, and when they bring and come back, you still need to maintain a state of free from political conflict. So it's a huge tax for President Bio.
Yes, quick one. With all the tax here with President guide of Hassan, is 1 year enough to actually meet the mandate?
No, 1 year not can do. 1 year not can do for them because Boku. But some say the way me, younger brother, I just want through small light.
Who says so?
Like giving President Bio the power for bring back former president, and it's back Koroma. Well, that one day, the inside that mandate day, because President Bio, the head ECOWAS and Sierra Leone, former president and it's back Koroma was accused of having been involved allegedly in the formation of a group for overthrow a government, which is treason. Formally, the sentence for that one have been death penalty. But President Bio can remove that. So the only, we can make for the argument, we can try to tell President, then the under President Bio, in your constitutional mandate as president, under the constitutional mandate as ECOWAS chairman, and they under the courts of Sierra Leone.
No, but wait, a bit. President Bio gets the mandate. ECOWAS gets the mandate for restore peace. Peace initiative, they initiate peace. So if you, the head ECOWAS as its chairman, it is your mandate, it is your duty for initiate peace. And how you go initiate peace? You have to demonstrate peace within your own country. Now, you are the president of Sierra Leone. You have the honors for saying the country for be peaceful. Now, that one of the reasons he was given this chairmanship. It's because it's one of the, those are some of the reasons, those are some of the yardsticks that they use for making them give chairmanship. So if you continue not be peaceful, you get political interference, you get a lot of political conflict, they will not give it to you. So for even continue for proof, say your country is free from political conflict, one thing you got for create is that bringing back the former president. Because mind you, he go, then send him go back. Yeah. I mean, he went to Nigeria on the pretext that he is sick. He is going for medical, on the medical grounds. Not so. Yes. So he done it about 2 years now. We get to room and say.
Now they ask the question.
Yes, say we get to room and say he might come back, but we don't know how. So now, even if the man willing for come back, you have to, you get for make the way for make a comeback.
They get to find dialogue.
Yes, you got to get a dialogue. So it's a means of initiating peace. If you want to initiate peace in Burkina Faso or Guinea. Or Guinea, where they are. Yes, so you for don't set the example.
Instead they say Dotina here, they want pull Dotina other person here.
Now they have the country.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to help Mr. Manuel.
Okay, sir.
My younger brother.
Yes, sir.
I want to help us small on how people come out is a plaba. President Koroma can only be pardoned by President Bio after he has been found either guilty of a crime. If you go inside jail or they sentence him, President Bio get the power as fountain of honor
for pardon
and father of the nation. That not the power fall for pardon. But President Bio not interfere with legal mandate of the Supreme Court of Sierra Leone, the High Court of Sierra Leone, Supreme Court of Sierra Leone. After the High Court, President this how they call him, former President Koroma, he can appeal again for interpretation. If he fail all the appealing day, he can run the sentence. President Bio get the power for mad pardon. Now, you remember that man, Paulo Conte, he was found guilty of having been in possession of arms and ammunition. Yes. He went to State House. He was sentenced to jail term of, I think, 6 years. After 2-3 months, President Bio pardoned him on Independence Day or Christmas time. Yes. That the president in power, and nobody knows the people on their hand. They call him fountain of honor and father of the nation. He get that right, that power. You know, the premise the way they put it, for this reason, for this reason, for this reason, age reason, health reason, this man, he may fine. Now this man, at the pardon him. But ECOWAS, being a chairman of ECOWAS, not get authority for override the High Court of Sierra Leone. So if you do that, it don't bring illegality to the court. Illegality that the man will try.
Now let the foundation very clear here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
President Biu, the former President Nkrumah went on a medical grounds. The courts, High Court gave him permission, say go on the medical grounds. Within a short period of time, they will tell you so period of time, they could not come back. Not so. For can continue trial, good. But I don't go up to 2 years. Now they will set the trial. They set the trial.
Into other activities.
Yes, in other activities, we see pictures. They will say, if they see they do exercise, they go party, they go church. It means he's healthy. Yes, he's healthy. Not so. So it means say he can use the information for say I am coming back. But coming back to Sierra Leone, it means say. For one, you go for things say the man like former president. So he knew for accord in respect. You need for accord in respect. So if you don't say Pafake a right way say ECOWAS don't get the mandate for say for interfere into a local court system. Okay, I could take him for what is what. You understand? Now former President Nkrumah want to come back. Okay, I want to return back to my country. I was not sent on an exile. I went on a medical leave, not so on the medical terms. So now I don't feel say I don't well.
I don't well now.
I want to come back, but you know they come as an ordinary man. Me and you two go Nigeria, we'll come back as an ordinary Sierra Leonean. But he will not come back as an ordinary man. Why? Because he was the former president of Sierra Leone, and being the chairman of ECOWAS, it means you had the power. For give him more security.
Okay.
For sure, say he is coming to a country where no political interference, no good day, no political conflict, no good day, no political anything politics-wise good day. So you coming in as a peaceful man, you coming into a peaceful country, I will give you security as I don't use for GAM. So you need for maintain them. So President Biu get the honors. So that make I say you need for sure say you country peaceful, you need for country for sure say you country peaceful. Even if you want for go make you want go set another man palaver in neighbor house, if you house first for be peaceful. So, President Biu get the responsibility.
Okay.
Okay? Get the responsibility for pardon this man. I want to go back to this point here. President Biu interfere with the court system. The court, remember I said, former President Nkrumah was standing trial before he asked for a leave, in lawyers they asked for leave, medical adjournment. In fact, that matter has been adjourned.
It was adjourned Senedai.
No, okay, Senedai.
Senedai, good. So the judge, he was not found guilty at all.
No, they're not finished with the evidence.
So President Biu,
they're not finished with the evidence yet.
All right.
Because he asked for sickness. He see sick. And they get respect because the former president said, okay, we'll give you time for go. In fact, they tell me they get until they don't pass. They apply back. Now, he write back. They apply back. But President Biu being ECOWAS chairman, not get any power for pardon somebody who stand trial.
We are not saying he should pardon. What I'm saying.
They go counter now. They're not trying it.
No, but if he comes alone.
Well, we don't know if they will find out guilty or innocent.
No, we are not saying no. No, the argument is clear.
If they find out guilty, he has the power. At least he find again. He can pardon them. But he don't get power for interfere with that court system right now.
No, he will not say he interfere. No, he is not interfering. The thing is, no, if you must say he's coming back, he wants to come back. This is his country.
So which authority will the president will get for just pardon?
No, so if I so the person will go ask you now, the person will for action now, that means say you want to make it steady forever as being in Nigeria.
Okay, not just hold on there quickly. You know, say presidents don't come, right?
If I come, not so that's how they say. So when they come,
if we go to court,
the president nobody is saying he should not go to the court.
Very good.
All right, okay. So not just hold on. The president on yesterday. You know, see the video.
Yes.
So when he came, it talks something. It talks something where I just.
They would agree.
Okay, so President Sky yesterday, you know, so I'm glad if I go take him, but I mean, they get an enclosed discussion with the actually video. It talks something where I just quickly will take. We'll just get that video there and we can talk about pardon for that particular one did there. But to my guest in the studio, the president was more or less saying there that most times people they talk say they travel, but again some of things they don't they come on board. You understand? Somehow an achievement so far. So it's like you need something for go get something. Like most people they can talk say put your more to say your money there. Not right.
Sure.
So I think he's saying there that he's doing it because the more they do and the more things are coming into the country. So Mane, what's view you get on that?
Travel for me, if it's President being travel since he came from Ghana Power to DIT, people, if they calculate time, it's more than 20 times or 40 times so you don't travel out of the country. Even President being justification of that, he's branding Sierra Leone, and so that make it a travel. But if you look at the things that way don't happen within the terms that way they travel, we don't talk about this chairmanship we get, because we all are Sierra Leonean, genuine Sierra Leonean, we are happy for it because you raise the flag high, you make us feel proud as Sierra Leonean. For the second time, we don't hold the chairmanship of ECOWAS.
And then that first one said better internet
don't be
much
sense.
Communication, don't be about them.
And internet they better sense not be there. So you go on for say now where we get sense now we see what they happen, we feel the reality, we want to appreciate them. But there's a bit of travel. But people, if you look at what people they say or listen to people they say, people are opposing the too much of travel because you get a lot of economic implication. You know, President, not they travel to your money, not to your pocket money. They travel with all this travel. They travel, so not to your personal money, and the country money, the taxpayers' money. So all that travel that they travel. So if you see they take the money that they put them together, you calculate as one. Either you will go down get a standard first class or state of the art hospital, where we go for do all kind of tests, all kind of medical diagnosis. Where people can think say they need for go Ghana first for go do all our country. Not also schools, good health centers, good roads, constant electricity. With their money that they use so for travel. So because not people packet personal money, so Sierra Leone they get the right for talk. Because that the taxpayers' money they use. So they get the right for question. So now, again, if people they say that President in travel when they bring glory to Sierra Leone, okay, that's how they think. But what did happen? And recently, from last year to date, we still get the issue of drugs. They say Sierra Leone don't be a cartel. Drugs, the drugs just permeate, just the bokunas, na the tongue not so. That's a bad representation. Nowadays, they accuse we say with the host and just sliding card. When one of the drugs, Lord, the world want. We are still hosting him in Sierra Leone. We still not release it. We still not release it to the Dutch government because they need them. They want them before they go back. But we still they hold them first. Why waiting? Because one way or the other, people say you get personal relationship with President Obey in Gapike. So see, there are so many things. So if you are saying they go clean we outside, so we as Sierra Leone, we say they dirty we more.
But again, don't come up from this angle, Hassan. It's just like way they do business. If you they sell sweet, for example, obviously in a small profit you go get. They also don't keep your money, then the money don't boku. Then you begin sell cheese ball and the other big markets them. So let's come from this angle. Most things, I mean, we don't get one or two things that we feel like we for celebrate as a country, which the recent one obviously in this particular achievement so far. So Yusuf one for disagree or agree say this frequent traveling actually don't sell salon in some positive light?
I just like on Arena, Slick Television or Epic Radio. You get a CEO. You know so? One of them briefs. Now travel. For what make contacts? He gave up a contact for this place.
Yes. Yeah. So people can come on board, right?
President Bio, one of him briefs. No, not President Bio. President of a country. One of your briefs, you have to travel. There are meetings, you know, say vice. There are meetings, you know, say foreign minister. There are meetings, you know, say finance minister. Your presence for DD. There are meetings.
So how many travel President Bio don't travel? We don't get positive reflection on you and me and the rest of Sierra Leone.
Very good. When you travel, you need to travel like say now, you go as you go no more they can't do something black and
they go bell for
no, not so they be. Not so they be. That's not the way the international politics operate. International politics they operate in making contacts. You know, with all due respect, I agree to you. Points there for say Bokuti de we no book it. We have the Canada so we seller call me. And seller they call now get like from yesterday. I just want for.
But you see the appreciate President Bill travel one. No, but you know, if you appreciate President travel one, you dey suffer for life as senior citizen.
No make a land.
So it means you have to talk about the wrong thing that's happening.
It's just like a practical example.
I know say there are challenges. Like electricity get challenges, water get challenges. But not of President Bill in travel one they get water challenges.
Okay.
Or electrical challenges. President Bill get people in there. You know this
So you're saying I make you appoint the ministers?
very good ministers get if I don't sack the minister, deputies, he's acting minister right now. Yonkela he put her as a how they call him?
Chairman
Sector head.
initiative.
If you ask me would I blame presently? Yonkela.
Okay.
He's negotiating for the current. Simple. President Bill say you write that to Masari. Now you the head winner, now you the interview now.
Yes.
So if there's something wrong inside here, now run the for now Salia. Now you the presenter right now. Not even producer money. The party ask the person when they head, they ask you something happened last today where not be like. Now you the whole. So Yonkela, the blame lies with Yonkela squarely
So you
because he's negotiating the current with the capital ship.
I feel say it will be very unfair for me to blame Yonkela at this time.
No, he has been given authority to negotiate.
How long Yonkela done in that position for?
He didn't get the authority for negotiate.
No, but how long? We have to look at the time duration. You not go out for blame somebody just now. We come yesterday. You say now you will blame for light.
Not the president you in travel women make will get
No.
Okay.
Any other president come tomorrow. He get for travel.
Okay.
Any other president come tomorrow. President Anas Kumar be the travel.
But the argument again here is the frequency of them.
Because it needed for move. There is need for let you move. If there is no need for let you move, you know they move. Now it go ECOWAS. So let's go for the ECOWAS. Now what for send the foreign minister for go take that mantle. Now for Didi. Now for Didi. I'm not spokesman for them. Okay. But me, I always say I get positive mind. That's what last time I said I get positive mindset.
Yes.
I don't create issues. That issue no. Like a word talk about the light system. You can have a nine negotiate, chief negotiator. Good can now in with the praise, bad can now hold. Okay, I know. So now the travel of President Bill is necessary. Any other president you put on that, he can travel.
Okay.
You want me to say the next president will go for election for President Bill? He not go for the travel.
So better just chip in one thing. According to African Press, according to the African Express, between 2018 to date, President Bill don't travel over 150 times as a head of state. Take it from me. Check the records. You say presidents need for travel.
So now don't will pass all the president in Africa?
Almost. All the president in Africa. 150 times. And he's still traveling.
So what is wrong?
So what you don't benefit?
So what is wrong with traveling?
So you know, so Pafaka, you don't see nothing wrong with President a number of travelers.
Yes, we still in the political arena.
And now he will have to travel more because now he's the African West ECOWAS chairman. So he gets more traveling for do. So 150 times more than, so maybe you have to travel up to 300 times. So you want to see support and President you get domestic responsibility for doing it. Don't forget, you get domestic responsibility for doing a salon. In as much as you get for Africa.
It won't shock you small. Don't see I want shock me. Yes, Hassan.
Look at how government operate. Governments. We call it geopolitics.
Okay.
President Bill, most of them travels and not in money, not a lot of money.
Yeah. All that money.
President Bill attends the travelers country and they send from. Government send from.
Okay.
Some like then Caucasus, like then Russia, then places like the Arab world. Then they just ask you for travel. Would they invite you? Right. And then they put you bill.
Okay.
Now they come and they put you bill. You understand? Now you talk about African Express. African Express, you know, sit on here. You don't know what here past me. You don't know what here past you. These are guessers. Now guessers.
Okay.
You know. I want to forget about then quote. Mane press na ya, quote Epic Radio, quote how they call it.
So African press not to the thing.
So gentlemen,
it is being run by Sierra Leonean.
Evidence based.
It is being run by Sierra Leonean. I know. So wait.
No, because African press talk. It's fake.
Okay.
It's vague. It presents you the evidence.
So for you,
I'm not presenting for you the evidence of what they say.
Okay, so
so what I do, rundown.
Yes,
no, the rundown. The evidence
I can give the rundown of how President Bio don't travel since he came 2018.
African Express is evidence of how many times you don't travel, what you don't spend as far as Africa.
Right.
African Express now,
So look,
you know they don't know where it's gone.
So again, we
They know
don't
what's happening
say the SLPP party. I mean, they just conduct the National Women's Leader
You know she?
elections, right?
Okay,
As
no,
a-
change it to
you see the first ladies inside white and green, eh? But that very day for the election, I mean, a particular video will go viral. I mean, the presiding officer, when Lawrence Lima and the first lady. But let's just quickly get that video there, and we'll come back in the studio. Let's have the video quickly.
Issue of the ballot box being in the open. So those are the three issues where the 5 aspirants then raise. Out of them, 3 issues that were raised, we dissect how the concerns then come. The first concern where we look at now issues with regards the use of phone in the ballot and the booths. Out of the 5 aspirants then were Timap Naya, 3 of them raised concern for the use of phone in the ballot box where they object to her. From the 5, we get to 1 where supports the use of phone and 1 neutral, and in neutrality as a result of in absentia, right? Okay, okay, 1 is neutral and the other not come. So of course the one will not come will not be considered. So on that note, we don't want to conduct elections where there will be opportunity for any aspirant for petition, for raise foul over the process and raise petition. We want when somebody lost, they lost fairly. When somebody win, in conscience clear. So on that note, we resolve now with the team for say we never allow the use of phone in the ballot box. Second issue. You want to say something? One country. Outside of the world, where you never vote, they know they search you. Outside of the world, vote, nobody know they go search you, say what you get on you. So when you never vote, security will take in the boots.
That was a whole right there in Kenema. Usai Awafore happens for be the president for National Women's SAPP leader there, national leader for women there. Nice. So Awafore there, that's the woman on the screen. I mean, it happened for be now the second and as per waiting the law for being very last day with this time. You know, we stand and win 210, you want for going again. So back then, before now, you know, say before elections, they can get these delegates elections, then they all side getting leader, before they go for, go take the aid now, this now the rest of the body there now. So for the woman there, now Awafore, now in don't win there with 195 votes, where beats Fatmata Sawene. I mean, these two names actually, so the last time back, where they mean get the election, Kailaun, but we getting your own here and there all together, so they can do and back na free tongue and our win. So then don't go again at Kenema now, our don't win again this time around. But the winning more or less is not a thing. I mean, the question to my guest here in the studio that the role of the presiding officer, I mean, you were there in charge for control the election. I mean, from the video there we saw Will High Lawrence Lima be the talk, and all of a sudden the first lady can take the mic in her hand and then say something. We will just talk about the action first there, before talk about actually waiting, then say, wait, tend to get different views altogether.
About phone.
Yes, let's talk about the action first. Imagine someone is talking and somebody come and just take the mic, and because it gets a whole different debate altogether. Now, if you take your phone, other people then they say it undermined firstly the powers of the boss.
Secret ballot.
Yes, that's now 1, and 2. like overriding power? Like this they can put in and who sign and for day, something like that.
There's a problem here, and the problem here is voting. They say the secret ballot, no so? Okay, because I know the enthusiasm try come out. Some man go on for vote. They want snap who they vote for. Because now you want the inside the whole day with one paper. So you want where you don't vote, you snap and say, money, I vote for you. But money no say fakide for him. Why not? Not to anybody they come for them say no vote for money. Like when we go past large, I mean I Mustafa say I do it. I know say money can be done. But now they have been so I don't need for go take photo. Because first of all, 3 weeks for election, not to send that endorsement all over the press.
What they talk so say sometimes for snap and the likes. You hear that talk say election. Politics now watermelon.
Very good.
You know they know what's in that person. Person go come and tell you say I'm with you. But of course not so you inside heart.
You know what happens so? When you sell your battery to Kokwebe, you have to prove. Man can't meet me. Monk, sabi monk? The father. Nami fambo. In a Palestinian. No Lebanese. In a Palestinian, I'm a Lebanese. Now what goes to Lebanon? It's my nephew. He can't meet me for Monica. I said, no, I'm not going to vote for Monica. It's simple. Monk made on for about 30 years. I said, Monk, you know, see, I'm Mustafa, they wait. Monica called me. He go meet me. Elder, how is it? You go. I said, no, I cannot vote for you. I'll give it to Mustafa. But I wish you well. That's politics. I mean, I don't need for hide in a corner. If I vote for Rabbi, they say, I'll make your money. I deal with money, but I vote for you. Let me, before the election, 3 weeks, this month here, I'll go, I endorse Edon Mara, I endorse Mustafa. No, so? Langa, now.
But what's so long go by you again?
Let me say, when you sell it, you backtrack for Kwebe. Can't they? When somebody give you couple for vote, they go snap it. Mr. Mania, right?
So you think that they are
most of them happen. And there are allegations flying now left, right, and center. That people took money. Some man they say they go eat at the quality beef. So you can imagine. I mean, how can I bring myself so low for go take beef, raw beef, and so for it because I want to vote for Rabbi. Rabbi, if I vote for you, I vote for you. I don't vote for you. You know, nothing for do.
But you agree say what about una two face.
That's the problem. When that two face they make the people who don't give them money, you will say, I want proof. So whether or not it's correct or not correct, in those days there was no mobile phone. Now mobile phone don't come. And the constitution of SFP is moot on that. That is not torture. Whether you forgot mobile phone or not.
Even Salon yourself not.
Instead of torture. But honestly, if you ask me the last vote I vote now, see, I went inside with my mobile phone. The man asked me, I said, I want to take photo of my vote. He said, why? I want to cherish and deposit vote for liquor too much. He said, really? I said, yes. I said, can you give me that right? He said, go. He allow me. Because there's nothing inside that hole. Pass that one paper. I don't know what it is. I said, the post what they vote for, you know me, so I will vote for him. I don't want to secret again. But unfortunately, I'm not going to write my name for the voting ballot. So now see well, even now guess number, the person will say, so then I lie back because name not the Palestine. You the voter, you name not the do. I just correct.
I just correct what the person face.
So now the back the argument. The man will say, well, you lie for me because of that money I betrayed. But some of you who don't like person, not like person. But the kind of say, two-faced politics. I tell you last time I said that Kumandi dance and they know so. All man back then at the wall. As you greet the wall, you back so they see and they don't agree. You never sleep. Sleep only by politics. You will sleep they put breeze by your eye. You sleep more. But here they can finish you.
So the case here is not
so that vote inside it. That side way first lady in this man, how they call her? I feel like when some them before the election, they don't get some small meeting, they don't get some meeting and agree on basic rules. They can make rules, bylaws. Now this is for do, now this is for do, now this is for do, this is for do. I think they don't reach that level. And from what I understand, I'm not good about I get people that will give me rundown. The place has been very tense because of interest. I been last week now I say the interest of Canada because this crop of delegates now they give a vote for the flag bearer. That last one, you see, they never give it attention. So this one now, so they happen for vote next year. We're going to 2 years. Next time, we don't vote before the time done. So almost one day inside it, we call them horse trading in politics. Horse trading. Give me so, I give you so. Like, give me your horse. That was the enough value to much. And they give you all that small money on top. Give me your horse. Then they call politics. Politics. You know they work out straight road. You know how straight road.
You know, man.
No, never think about it. No straight.
When has time to talk, so one go argue say, now because na the intend and they na the understanding again. I mean, not more than era we do now. So in that light, what do you take actually with this whole saga there?
Gabi, thank you. This whole issue, in the first place, when I look at them, with respect to the First Lady, now a delegate member, we mean say a right for vote, a right for getting young candidates. We remember ourselves some few days ago, take to social media and say everybody get right for getting young candidates, blah, 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 which is true. Absolutely right. But again, sometimes we can say, make we give respect to that respect due. If you don't give small picking responsibility, I would rather for make it go through a responsibility diligently. Okay, now, with the previous returning officer who did for conduct this women election, now the leader of the SPP party, Prince Harding, Dr. Prince Harding, and one or two issues happen, and they say make a step aside. Okay? And then they take Lahai Lawrence Sliman, former minister, the deputy minister of internal affairs, say, come take the in charge. You understand? Because of the too much of issues that we made the day around this women's leader election, then Giam. And so when Giam, one of the issues we notice now this phone issue. But now he not take the decision. According to if you listen now, not to take the decision. He said the decision was done by the 5 candidates. 2 of the candidates agree say therefore take phone inside.
Because one person
yes,
in person.
Yes, and then the 3 say they're not for take. So by majority, they come out and explain say no phone at the polling station. Okay, everybody see some people glad, some people frown. Anyhow, but that's not the majority, not to solely take decision. We see now outside. We power come inside. That the first lady, Dr. Fatima Bio, take the mic and say, no sign at the wall, and no say they hold phone or they say, they go inside with phone for votes. I want to differ with respect to the first lady.
Okay.
Because, yes, because there is no universal right. Even in Salon, constitutionally, they say, not for go with phone. So the ECS, no one established they not go with phone. But universal principle, they prevent you not for go with phone na polling station. Why? On 3 grounds. The first one, they protect the ballot because na secrecy. Na secret ballot. The moment you take your phone, you snap them. One for show, for proof your loyalty. Say Usman or Moses, I'm a vote for you. Make you see you sign. Now me vote I prefer say him one sign, enable for sign. That one, this is not a good example in the first place. Pascal, make a talk first. No, make a talk first. That one bad example because you vote not be secret. You vote not to be secret. Yes. No, not to be secret. Well, we don't allow it. Make a just lay me point them. Yeah. Okay. The second point now, preventing undue influence. When you get influence by the electorate, you as politician or you the person to go vote for, you get an undue influence by the person. So now the things that make they use phone because you intimidate the person. You ask the person for make you give real time information or proof for sure. Say I've been vote for you. Another one is say for maintain a calm environment. Another reason because the moment when they show Usman say Usman you don't get 10 votes. Then tomorrow they can't count at the end of the voting session. They can't count. Then Usman get 5 votes. You don't create problem because Usman will tell you, say 5 of the people that may vote for me. Say I don't get 10 votes. Who come? Do the proof. You don't see. So there's a lot of problems. So that make as a universal principle, they don't allow them inside police station. I give you some countries that we ban phone totally during the election. Mozambique in one country, then ban phone totally. You get Malaysia and Sri Lanka. Then ban phone. You get Ghana also. Then they confiscate your phone. They seize your phone. They go inside per election. But unlike England, they allow phone for go because sometimes you look at the civilization of the people again. because it's a civilized environment. We suspect Salone self a civilized environment. And some of the countries have not civilized environment. Again, make people not can say just and not say be civilized. Yes, they are all civilized environment. But the British people they then say and say there is nothing wrong with it. But then say, but no photo inside the station. You do go vote, but you know the snap. Why some people they go there for snap. When Pafake they talk about this large election, like a typical example, people for learn from this large election, just concluded election. You know, people for applause because we uphold universal principle. We display decency when it comes to election. Yes, we upload. Yes, we display decency because even when people go for vote, they give the instruction no phone inside. The only people that they allow with phone for snap, these are the people that are the candidates them. That's Mustafa, the one that we go for Secretary General, Manika, and another one them. Now they no more they allowed, and they were off the voting center. They have been snap and zoom. That's the only time, and we abide to that because we feel say we need for set the principle. You know, we need for sure say we get respect. So for good phone inside, we firstly say in Austria and outside of the world, I beg for differ. There are so many proof for sure say worldwide, not to all countries they allow phone. I don't name some countries them. Salone, yes, in order in our constitution, but again, ECS and one day talk say not for good phone. But as I say, universal principle, they prevent you not for good phone, na polling station for allowed for not forget so that for allowed a secrecy in the ballot system or in the voting system.
Yeah. So quickly, if you see on the screen, now a person is saying NIA they actually pull na door a public notice there say then they launch investigation into attempted revenue division. Strong measures on the way to ensure accountability and system reform. You know, earlier this year, NIA they talk say they get 25% shortfall. And they made for understand, say, some UK game don't they play inside this institution where they set up for generate money in the country. And Hassan, you can agree with me, say, firstly, not all machines then they operate, say they deal with money. Now we want a man there. Now we see aliens them to be specific. Now will they deal with their issues there? Yet we get foresee almost every now and then issues of money this, money that they either, for example, man makes until it's me where they outside just for ensure say we actually bypass the system and take within not to we own. So in that light, what do you think say na one of the recurring problem we make this still happen and thus we're not able to find a solution to it?
Yeah, you see the work of this journalism, with respect now, when we have crop of journalism now, we want to investigate them hard stories. We get danger. Any hard story get danger. Man, no talk about. This NRA, some of we don't do in-depth investigation on the day. This light problems, some of we don't do in-depth. Me have to get a contract for 6 months for find out how did the thief correct. Me I don't want to have president lock them up on me.
You make they bring on board so I go help we actually.
You see this NRA? We investigate matters in NRA. One thing about this country, people they know they do consultancy. They know they want to give people a consultancy, and they don't ever understand what's happening. People they know this NRA. Any other company, they open account in the name of NRA on a 2 individuals that signed it. I don't do an investigation where I go to some areas like a port authority. You get letterhead and stamp from the president's office. Take to the ministries. Man in NRA, I'm sorry, don't they give waiver. It says it's correct.
All people are okay.
It correct so, but you're not correct to the trained eye. You get waiver. You go pay to them. You go to the account, their own account. You remember that time one guy would be called back in Mina in those days. Remember? Yeah. Would be the same AMF. The thing they go as NRA, but now then the signatories they already remove the money. I don't know if they understand.
Yes.
But now then they remove. They get that kind. They call them phony or shady account. Now Boko companies. NRA they never know because they don't get investigators, they don't get detectives, they don't get researchers, they don't get investigators who they go underground. You know, normally you get forget like what I call them police man they don't retire, detectives. You get forget journalists that will get experience in investigating.
Yet access to information are one key problem, and you yourself aware of that.
No, not the same. So,
even with the act, the commission where they,
so
it don't become a key challenge if you want to access that information. You need to get that, and it's wrong again upon us for put out wrong information to the public.
Very good, I say. So because they do this consultancy for company, they say, I suspect say Mr. Mane they can na Mr. Fakin in area every day 7 o'clock. Mr. Investigator, I want to tell me, what the money they can find in area every day 7 o'clock. Charge me. What do you do? Me, I don't get contracted in those days as a reporter. I will investigate unfaithful wives and unfaithful husbands. Yes, they do.
If I don't go work na CID,
they give money. They pay you. So they depend on 1 month. You go monitor one particular guest house constantly. You sit on there. But you know, NRA, then probably when they get a pass mark, the money where they can but all they go out into this shady accounts. People they sign as if then are the Commissioner General or then are the recognized authority. Then they pull the money. They go they don't account them.
So they get receipt. So it's like the system. So
they get receipt books. Now scoop at the money so. They get receipt books.
For going to further investigations.
You go see like man get 100 receipt book. Inside the receipt book, it's a bit in your own. And like a 4 always a bit in egg. You let a 5 fall them.
Egg.
So you go see this receipt book. Then they give you the receipt. It's authentic to you. But innocent na your own. So per day, if you don't exhaust 3 receipt book, government get 2. In the government get 2, you get the 1. So if you don't collect like 1 billion today, government get 2. Government get like a 700,000. The other 300,000 are own. But as far as you concerned, that receipt will hold. Any say we show them, and they accept them. So you get people that will understand, say this is a forged or fake receipt before they go for help them. Not to NRA one more. Now most of the parastatals, most of the communities, that is the way they want to come out. And then the ministries them, that's why they put money. If I can tell you, like a minister of finance, at one time they get over 50 accounts. You remember what President Biyoka will say single account? He said, forget single account, single treasury account. Let me right now they see boku money hard for pool na do. Because now one account you get. First you get malaria account, you get typhoid account, you get syphilis account, you get gonorrhea account, you get the Minister of Health, you get past 50 accounts that even the minister or you don't know the account where they gain. But some man in the corner they sabi the account. Civil servants they sabi the account they are. Will you minister don't forget, then they go pull out. So even that money they come out of the can, so then they go help them. We don't help them, they left and they force. They call a dummy account. Where government don't know about.
All right.
So President can I say, they make one single account.
All right. So quick one, Mane. 4 days after that's public news was on the 20th. We see ACC self say well, then they take up investigations now. Now when you come to 1, 2, 3, 4th paragraph in bold, they see with leads to immediate arrest and detention without further notice. And that's very day, NRSF pull a wouldn't put out a particular Mr. Abu Kamara say, I mean, they don't dismiss her from imposition. I mean, because of some way CID being called about, it taken 12 days, no response. So now this is the twist. The very day, these are the man here, so the Abu Kamara mandis, where this particular picture will taken from NRA and Facebook page. And those it go together with the notice they will then put out to we say they don't dismiss this man. Now the logic or the twist here is ACC then say, I mean, arrest XYZ. Now the very day again, NRA say they don't dismiss her. I mean, you know they pose some twist here.
Well, Gabi, I don't feel say they pose any twist here. In the first place, if you look at NRA then letter, then say then give reason to it make the sack this Abu Kamara, when a former manager of finance and blah blah blah.
Budget.
Yes, and say because he failed for reports for work. 12 days, reports for work. And by rights, every institution get their own internal ethics policies, not so.
Yes.
So because he failed for reports for work without any valid reasons, the total fit say therefore dismiss him. That is one grounds. Secondly, happen say this man might be one of the principal person we therefore investigate. Because if you look at the NRA press release again, it say he failed for reports to ACC for investigation. So
And
it means
CID.
say he's one of the principal person where they suspect say involved by this
By this
recent
XYZ
fraud
thing.
with other banks them. So because of their reasons and they're not going to continue for keep somebody in our office where then get question mark param where if they under investigation.
In the
It
in a
is
show
not
up.
done.
Most of it in the show
It
up.
is not done. It's so long as you know they show up for work in the first place, and then you get for go under investigation for some discrepancy in our office. Then go lay off.
So the
So
twist.
because they lay her off now, it's still get the responsibility now for arrest them. And for question, I put her into questioning now. But the twist about the whole thing, where people then they doubt, is that how ACC will go for handle this one back. Now, if you look at the screen again, you see this is a picture we happened in 2004, 2024. Yes, where the commissioner of ACC, Francis Benkefalami, display over 34 billion leons for Senai to recover from some people that gave me the work
Corruption
na
Act.
NRA, we don't work in line with people that would work na EcoBank. So at the end of the investigation, they say now this money, now
And
they
come on,
recover from the people them. So this is another thing. The another question people that ask that how ACC go get for conduct this investigation now. This is about NRA again. Don't come back again to the picture. And NRA mentioned say some other banks them involved. We allegedly. Very good. Allegedly, Abu Kamawed and Saxo,
Yes.
they work in line with these banks them. And if you research well, you could tell say this money now, a huge part the one way they meet
Ben
first.
Bimpool. Yes.
No, that one.
The other one.
Okay. You see, suspected of colluding with employees of commercial banks and other unpatriotic citizens. No, that one. That one later.
The other one, please.
You see him?
Yes.
Suspected of colluding.
Not to one person. They collude with other person. They work in
And
hand
it's
in
also
hand
them boku
with
we
other
come
person.
together.
Banks and other unpatriotic citizens. So, because, like what money they say, until you collude with a bank, you don't go for get side for putting money.
No, you know,
And the
so
bank,
so if you buy like a syndicate.
Yes, syndicate and some senior money for this side.
So starting the 1% they would do.
No.
Because for go open the account first, you get forget document. Even when you go open the account, new account, then they put you through some questions. So if you go open the account, when an NRA money they come for one day, the bank manager get for ask you beaucoup questions. Because if you go with the name of NRA, the number where the person people as I tell them generally so you go pay the tax. Generally, you pay tax generally. But then you say not to NRA get the money. They able for pull out come out. You get the drift, eh?
Yes.
They able pull out. So now two money. Two kalo money. You're gonna so make it call it.
Two big money.
Inside China, communist world, then they cut it truth.
Yes.
Then they kill
They kill for that. Yes.
Imagine money. Now they wouldn't see 34 billion leons.
That's a previous
We know they get
And
light.
the old one, oh.
Then we don't get water. They want for send the mother in trouble. Hold up, they get 1 grain man sit down in 1 grain. It is 34 billion. This other one they say it passed that one day. Other one they say the system will they do them back.
Wait, so say no come on and do it.
You know come and do it. You know the point is at the flag for President Bill because we come, he say they lock the what thing?
The loopholes.
The loopholes.
But the loophole they look open past.
No way. You not able to understand. Make I tell you this thing. You not able to understand how the loophole they dey.
Alright, okay.
The system man then dey. That system man they sabi the whole day, brother. Now they arata.
But I think he's still contributing. But I think his traveling is still contributing to
No.
Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen. Abdul Hassan Faki, editor of The Examiner newspaper, editorial consultant, political and social analyst, and James Kamaramane, we then take we through we review of the week today. Make I welcome you to the second segment of the show, but quickly let us join Mohamed Collier, where the sports updates related to former footballer Mohamed Didi Abu donates medical and individual trophy to Salon Women Premier League board.
Hello and welcome to the Today Show Sports Update on Slick TV channel 37. The Sierra Leone Women's Premier League received gold medals, silver medals, individual players award from football philanthropist Mohamed Didi Abu. Upon presenting the donations, Mohamed Abu said, "Football is part of him and he will continue to support the female football."
The humanitarian point of view in terms of football development, the little things that we do along the way, Nanga for motivate them picking. I don't say it means say forgive them money. But this is an achievement where if best player win, I will keep and say, oh, so yeah, I win this. And I grew up in a football family. My papa they play football and I be referee back in the days. And the culture where we grew up, now I'm expatriates then. My papa they work with. So basically, then come on England, we all play ball for more 4, 5, 6, 7. So I fall in love with the game. And up to this point, at the America, I still stay in love with the game. So I feel say if I get the opportunity for bring back home, which make I not go bring them back home, then I keep what I get for myself.
Receiving the donation, the chairperson of the Female Premier League Board, Madam Zainab Catherine, praised the good gesture of the football philanthropist and urged other meaningful Sierra Leoneans to come on board to support the Female League.
Didi has been a very strong pillar in promoting female football ever since the inception of female football in this country. He has done extremely well, and for me, I see him as somebody that has passion for female football, and he has been yearning all this while to ensure that female football in Sierra Leone will take a different dimension. You can see from his contribution last year, he brought a lot of medals and trophies. And this year again, he has given us some trophies and medals. So we are very much grateful as a board. I want to thank him on behalf of the board for this gesture. And we hope and pray that this will continue to motivate the girls and improve female football in Sierra Leone.
In another news, the Sierra Leone Women's Premier League continues as match week 20 kicks off with thrilling encounters across various venues. Here is what's coming up. Malema Queens will go head-to-head with formidable Koya Queens in a crucial showdown in the East. FC Kalon Female locks on with Rising Queens in a high-tempo clash full of youth and flair. Sierra Leone Police Ladies are set to battle Wynberg FC as both teams chase vital points in their campaign. It's a big test in Kenema as Kalon Queens host Ashantonians FC in a top-tier encounter, sure to attract passionate fans. In the north, Patricia Umo FC face off with consistent Mena Queens in what promises to be a tight contest. Mawema Queens take on Ramke FC in front of their home fans in Bo. Still in football, welcome to another thrilling weekend of top-flight football in Sierra Leone as the Leon Rock Premier League rolls into match week 29 with action-packed fixtures across the country. Star Sports Academy will kick off the weekend as they go head-to-head with Wilberforce Strikers FC in what promises to be an intense opener. Mighty Blackpool look to defend their grounds against a determined Mount Torres Slifa. Baibue Warriors FC take on Freetown City in a crucial match. Lower FC square off against Bantal FC in a tight contested mid-table matchup. It's a showdown in the south as defending champions Bo Rangers FC welcomes newcomers Abacha City under the bright lights of the Southern Arena. A mouth-watering derby awaits as FC Kalon clash with rivals Eastern Lions FC in what could be the match of the weekend. Bulom Stars FC aim to pull a surprise as they face off against Diamond Stars of Kono. Wusum Stars FC play host to Port Authority FC in a vital battle for points. And finally, Cambo Eagles FC take on Old Edwardians as the Eastern Giants hope to soar once again. This is all we have for you in this edition of the Today Show Sports Update with me, Mohamed Ko.
Thank you very much, Mohamed Kolia, for the sports update there. Now, let's quickly go into we travel schedule for tomorrow. Starting with the Sea Coach boat service, there's a bright and early departure at 5 a.m. Sky Airlines flight KP023 will depart from Banjul, making stops in Freetown at 8:05 a.m. Accra, and finally arriving in Lome at 8:45 a.m. Next stop at 8:30 a.m. Sky Airlines flight KP043 will take off from Freetown and head to Lome, arriving at 9:10 a.m. In the afternoon at 1 p.m., Sky Airlines flight KP022 will depart Lome, stop in Freetown at 4 p.m. and arrive in Banjul at 4:45 p.m. At 4:05 p.m., another Sky Airlines flight will leave Lome and head to Accra and then to Freetown. Also in the afternoon at 4 p.m., Air Senegal flight HC213/4 is scheduled to leave Dakar, arriving in Banjul at 6:55 p.m. and Freetown at 7:50 p.m. For those traveling overnight at 9 p.m., Turkish Airlines flight TK533/4 will depart from Istanbul with a stop in Ouagadougou before arriving in Freetown at 1:10 a.m. and continuing to Istanbul at 2:10 a.m. That's all we have for our flight schedule. Have a safe flight. Now from there, we'll join Paulina Bindu Samba for a health tip. Mostly with the hot, most of us can choose either fan or AC. But we ever understand, how long we for use them, what it entails. Let's have it from our health tip with Paulina.
Hello and welcome to today's health tips. Today we can talk about some people dem body when no like or able for mix fine with fan or AC. So if you're a person where they sleep under fan and you can wake up with cold, body pain or not can feel fine, no worry. Today we can talk about some health tips them will go help you for stay cool but still protect your body. Tip 1. No sleep and direct breeze. Fan or AC not for blow pan you direct one. Turn am to one side or pull am up small. Breeze where they blow na your neck or chest na ink can cause cold and body pain. Tip 2. Cover your body fine one. Even if it hot small, try for cover your neck, chest or foot. You for use light wrapper or well long clothes because na den area den ya soaking catch cold quick. Tip 3. Keep the air moist. Fan or AC they dry the air. This go make you nose dry or you begin for cough. So, now for pull small bowl with water na the room and hang damp cloth dey. This go help the air for make it soft. Tip 4. Use natural breeze. Open the window early morning or late in the evening. You can even use thin cotton sheet or wet the clothes for rub by your skin small if it's too hot. This go make your body cool and it no go affect you like how AC or fan go do. Tip 5. Listen to your body. If you always dey get problem with fan or AC, no force yourself. Now your body, now you sabi am. So, now for drink water or wear cold clothes and rest well. Take care of your body and space because your health now wealth.
Thank you very much there, Paulina. And now Patrick Salia is here for our headline review. Good afternoon. Welcome, Patrick.
Thank you, Rabia, too, and good afternoon. Welcome to this segment of the Today Show. Let's start off with what's just in from the Anti-Corruption Commission, the ACC. Instead to recover some new set of monies from certain corrupt individuals. Let's take you through some of the press release where it just come out this afternoon. Here it says ACC pays 12 million new loans into the consolidated Revenue Fund. They say the Anti-Corruption Commission wishes to inform the general public, say it all received this date, today, 27 June 2025, money where they don't pay of 12 million new loans, when I like 12 billion old loans, into the government's Consolidated Revenue Fund account domiciled at the Bank of Sierra Leone, as funds recovered within the last 1 year. The ACC Commissioner Francis Benkefala, ASQ, said this payment is part of the huge recoveries we have made in the last 7 years as part of the Commission's non-conviction-based assets recovery approach. Some of the matters were also charged to the High Court and convictions were secured. We had also ensured that where public officials are involved, the said officials did not only lose their jobs, but also barred from holding public office for at least 3 years. We also continue to take stronger measures to ensure that we protect public funds and ensure that the corrupt do not benefit from ill-gotten wealth. So far in the last 7 years, the Anti-Corruption Commission don't report say as at today, they don't deposit 7 million new loans, 12 million new loans, what they don't recover in the last 7 years, and they don't deposit them, they don't put them inside the one pot where government gets. The one pot, now the Consolidated Revenue Fund, as stated there in the press release, the first paragraph of the press release. So this is a provision made in the Anti-Corruption Commission Act, say any matter we then get when a corruption case, we get for do with stolen monies, then go into either court procedures or court proceedings, or ask the individuals in question for do recovery, then pay the money back. Sometimes they even go jail. Sometimes they will lose their job. So sometimes not even all three of them. If they pay the money, you go jail, you lost your job, and then prevent you from holding office for at least 3 years.
3 years.
So Anti-Corruption Commission, remember, as part of the commission, their role and the act in recovery in this, you also need to know that they get 10% from every money recovered from any corrupt individual. So which is a plus, that they not only they recover the money, so that they use that money, according to the ACC boss, Francis Benkefala, we talked to you the last time, and such monies are being used to enhance the operations, the day-to-day operations of the ACC. So that's what's new coming out just this afternoon from the ACC, that they don't deposit 12 million new loans, which is 10 billion old loans, into the one pot of government, Consolidated Revenue Fund. So that should, however, today, some money where government for use for spend, for national development. It's just the hope that some people get, that it's not spent
the right way.
It's not spent otherwise. That the money is used for the development purposes and improve the lives of Sierra Leoneans and livelihoods as well. All right, moving next now. Yesterday, the Freetown City Council, precisely the mayor of Freetown, Yvonne Akisoya, held a town hall. Remember, this boundary resizing or delimiting the boundaries or redistricting or dividing cities and towns or districts don't actually make a huge debate, and it's still making rounds. Now, the last time the Freetown City Council will hold press conference where they expressed some strong dissatisfaction over this, after the mayor don't put out some 4-pager open letter to the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs. Now, just yesterday, they held a town hall at the Freetown Administrative Auditorium. Usai Femi Claudius Cole, when a former presidential candidate for Unity Party, been say the idea for split the city, Freetown, into whatever amount and say they for split the city into will cause some serious division in the country, and then they go cause some serious sonko one way or the other. Dr. Colbin talked this yesterday, like I mentioned, at the Freetown City Auditorium. The FCC town hall, the town hall with them hold yesterday, and one meeting environment to say some major stakeholders we get to do with governance, the law, and other areas. They meet and discuss this. So this waiting Femi Claudius Cole been say among several other dignitaries, they make statement in that town hall yesterday.
We want to shape the Freetown to two. We go spend beaucoup money whose value we go get. Now political makeup, now the one rub pawi. Give me eyelash, give me lipstick, I won't with dress and fine. On a reform, the one yearly reform. Then therefore let it make sense to we. Let them explain and let we understand that. You work the way that we don't say council for do, work the way that we don't give council. Forget building permits, then we don't give council that work there. But they don't give council chance for let them do it. So person the building also not get some man in frontier face somebody in Latin. Some man in Ost, you not get access road. I see them middle, you get for bed for pass. If the Mingi council that work there, I don't say for other mayor, but this will mayor is sound. Splitting the city. That means some area, when I know the area, then inside the masterpiece host then they go get money. Some areas then go they will not go get money. Division go can. Right now it's bad enough. Some money generator they make noise per unit. By splitting the city, you might then divide the one that will get money, the more affluent, so the poorer population. You go face problem. Some area, some tribe, they heavy in one tribe than another. Pastor one talk to man now, they say, look that X tribe. Now they get lights, now they get this. But they're able to pay, then city gates. You know, go fear to Marabambai. If government say they want for decent, they want shape this city too. Let it not be to say they want give you the cow, they hold the rope. Where anything where city want do, you can for go back to main government. Police business, now the one government. Hospital business, now the one government. School business, now the one government. So which part of this city now you want now for dirty no more? Which part of this will show say for spend that money there, it is worth it for the people of Freetown for let you shape we into two. Let them not split we just for political reasons. If the one can cause that kind of financial burden on we the people, let it be for a good reason. A reason where una always sit down and tomorrow una go.
Okay, then Fleming Claude, the presidential candidates 2018 for Unity Party inside that town hall day, amongst several other people will be make statements in that town hall where the Freetown City Council will be organized. Like I say, whether from a distance or physically present at the very event, outgoing president of SLAD, Ahmed Said Nazuela, tell the audience, say the city already gets a own problem where they exist for managing itself. So if they can split the city or they can split the city, they go add to the existing problems where the capital city of Salone already gets, and this will cause some serious issues further.
I'm speaking today not in my capacity as SLAD president or the outgoing SLAD president, but simply as a concerned citizen, a journalist, and a proud citizen of Freetown. Like many of you, I have been reflecting on the recent announcement to divide our beloved city into two administrative areas. The stated aim is to improve service delivery, and that's a goal I believe we all share. Every Freetonian wants a city that works, cleaner streets, better roads, water, electricity, safer communities, and opportunities for all. But how we get there matters just as much as where we want to go. What concerns many of us is the process. A decision this big, one that affects identity, one that affects our history and our everyday governance, should come after broad and inclusive consultations. It should involve local voices, the people who live here, who work here, and understand the city's heartbeat. Freetown already faces fragmented responsibilities in managing its own affairs. Land use, roads, water, drainage, garbage. Splitting it further without resolving these core issues may add complexity or compound the problem. not solving it. There's also the question of timing and whether the systems needed to support 2 councils or 2 cities are in place, both financially and administratively. That said, I don't see this as a confrontation between the FCC, the Federal City Council, and the central government. No, I see it as a call to pause, to reflect, and to talk to one another. As Rwandans, we should be able to talk to each other. Let's use this as a chance for genuine dialogue, with evidence, with openness, and with the people at the center of the discussion. My simple message is this: whatever the final decision, let it be inclusive, let it be informed, and above all, let it be in the best interest of Freetonians, past, present, and future.
Okay, Ahmed Said Nasrallah, alias Monk, the outgoing /president in that town hall yesterday. Now, the mayor of Freetown, Yvonne Akisoya, as a matter of emphasis, because earlier we don't talk to Slick TV extensively about what this go mean for Freetown. But yesterday in that town hall, he do some geographic mathematics. He say, Freetown already divided. Freetown already divided. So the one we don't want to do, not the Freetown we don't want to do, so the division we don't want to do Freetown, about 82.4 square kilometers out of the entire country in total land space. We now have 74,000 square kilometers. We make Freetown account for only 0.1% of the entire country in size. 0.1% of the entire country in size. He also said the building permits where we all can apply for more or less for put up with structures, centralized by just one entity of the state, the Ministry of Lands. So we make them now much more difficult if they can divide Freetown further. How much this will cost?
So when we talk about the problems of Freetown, let me understand. Number one, this we beautiful city here. This we Freetown here. Na small place. I can enjoy na Facebook when something can happen na Jue. Then it tag me, Mayor, body they don't na Jue. I can say Jue, okay. Person can say, Mayor, something happen na Mambo, we need to watch na Mambo. I can say yeah, na for act. Well, I tell you now, side Freetown start and inside Freetown end. Let all man know today, you know we know. Freetown. It is that the Orugu Bridge, na the east. Not to the side by Jueo, the other side of the bridge, na the Freetown. So you come from Orugu Bridge, you go now on the west. When you pass Juba, you reach Leguma Beach, na the Freetown be done. Godrich, not of Freetown. Hamilton, not of Freetown. Mambo, not of Freetown. Waterloo, not of Freetown. Let we come now on the hills. If you come up, you want to go for Fabe College. You want to go for Fabe College. Una know that waterfall. Usai, unfortunately, somebody decided to make car wash day. Una know that waterfall, that beautiful waterfall. Where be beautiful, not beautiful again. Because they don't destroy with car wash. That's not the boundary for Freetown. Freetown don't include Fabe College. Oh. It don't include them. Freetown stops at the waterfall. Then, if you go up Hill Station, you get Troy Trams Hospital. Then you get 30 Junction. Then you get what they call Mansion Drive. Now they Freetown is done. IMAX, not of Freetown. Regent, not of Freetown. Leicester, not of Freetown. Gloucester, not of Freetown. Freetown City Council with jurisdiction. Orugu Bridge to Leguma Beach, up to the White Water, and then up to Mansion Junction, na in Freetown. So Freetown are only 82.4 square kilometers. This Freetown where they want to divide, na 82.4 square kilometers. Na small place. Usai, Salon, Now 74,000 square kilometers, the whole of Salone. So Freetown accounts for 0.1% of the grown of Salone. 0.1, not 1%, though, 0.1% of the grown of the whole of Salone, 9 Freetown. If you want for a city transform with your eye, that physical something, you get to start with a plan. You get to do the plan, say road go there, Osen go there, hospital go there, green park, space go there, market go there, then you need to water go there. The way you don't make the plan, you get to stick to the plan. How you stick to the plan? You for make, we first want to build something, never can say, I want to build here, you look the plan. Okay, this house I want to build. If they plan the plan, you go, okay, you're not going to block anything, eh? Oh, okay, fine, you can build here. That's the building permits. You understand? So for make you able to control and the development, for making FIBA how you want to make FIBA, you must have planning. So if in real case na Salone, that permit not to council begin. That land plan not to council be doing. That one day all is there with the Ministry of Lands. So you can imagine now, at a national level, not to free Togo. That national level means say that one ministry, you get to remember the plan na Pujeu, you get to remember na Kono, you get to remember na Koinadugu, you get to remember na Port Loko. It be? It not be. So we don't see plan for Freetown. Plan for Freetown when at the ground. How we get from make here. No. Over 45% of residents in Freetown not accessible by road. And if it's not accessible by road, how you pull dirty commodity? How you pull dirty commodity? May I think looking how you pull the dirty commodity? You don't understand? Because instead of planning, we just build. We council, we not get on. If we go out now, in this CBD, you go see some masterpiece buildings and they go up. You know, say when you get into a building and they get into the car with them. Motor car, need for parking. Then go say the city congest. Where una the building also they una be considered, but or then building they una be ask them, but parking. But who that can forget the pressure? Council. Then you build homes where don't get toilets. Yes. I should get people in this room know this. Yes. Then you build homes where don't get toilets. The landlord he pack the room there. He no one put toilet because he want rent that outside the toilet for them. Yes. Then waiting you know they do waiting get for happen now na black bag the fling go over and he got an account for go pull am. Why that they happen? Because building permits to be issued by an agency will not get for deliver the service. So you get a misalignment. Now making other countries, the council, they issue the permits because the council get to go collect the dirty.
An interesting dicey situation right now within the administration of Salone, central government versus local government in this regard, but not local governments to say generally, local governments with certain aspects we're not see eye to eye. So this is the situation right now. Freetown about to be divided into two parts. How that is about to be done is clearly not been explained yet to members of the public, including the authorities where they administer the younger cities and towns.
You know, they try to picture the whole thing from Levuma there to Orogu Beach how the division get for Tanlek. But don't look at the current problems we already did have Freetown in terms of dirty way the mayor be the talk there. I mean in terms of how people then they be where Femi mentioned say so many was the domot now that first in Bartholomew Day. Go to places like Tembe Towns, for example, Tembe Town there also. You go see say Jogbana OC and Joe Santigin now just some slight way.
That's a general that's kind of a general phenomenon where it cuts across the entire city. Even places where we use for no before.
Say na residential areas.
We don't ever get residential area in Freetown. Well, only just shortly after the colonial masters left we, and then we get residential parts. But for the last 30 to 40 years, I'm not sure we don't get any specific residential area.
Also, like na Bobo Jama.
We use for no certain communities, well, we call them affluent communities, for the absolute residential areas. So
like
Spurwood, Hill Station.
Yes.
You get places like Bel Air Park. Then it small, you know. Bel Air Park, for example, we then see lawyer there, and then lawyer then quarter and then you know, one noise, you know, one even attempt for cause noise because you got city they arrest you.
So what if I even tell you say sometimes Meganik even tell me say even Lumley way before now, who dare you? Yes. Not only certain set of people who even use the particular their roots but today I tell you, Lumley not the modern PZ.
Yeah. So every part of Freetown, well, every part of Salon right now,
yes,
it's both commercial and residential. So there is no space. I make today with a struggle how for distribute lights, how for distribute electricity, because if we don't get specific areas when are residential areas, exclusive residential areas, if we don't say within this period to this period, these residential areas na suso tend to get light. Industrial areas, you know, say industrial areas, more or less, na during the day then you work.
Then a business.
And a business people. So now during the day, you will expect for getting light. But because we mix up the residential communities and the industrial or commercial communities, we find it very difficult for you to distribute resources of the state equitably and accordingly.
You know, let's come from this other angle. I think if we don't cross passes or if we don't learn from this, I could remember vividly we'll get the split again of Northwest region there. We'll get Skyne and Fabala again. I mean, it gets your own mixed feeling, wake out all together. Oh, you cannot provide XYZ for this. So you go ask again, this particular division first the way them being gets the particular necessity the way them for be meet. Where we want can count another thing again.
So today you go Mongo, we're at the district headquarters for Falaba district. Mongo is a typical, don't forget about Mongo. Mongo is just a new creation among the 16 districts that we get. Remember, before 2017, we've been there 14. Yes. So 2017, after the redistricting or new boundaries, we'll get 16 districts now. Go the Potloko way, then they call Potloko City now. If you look typically, so for people who don't travel, well, even across Africa, they will tell you, say, Potloko, na a typical village, not even supposed to be a district headquarters. Let's alone we talk about a city. Go the almighty Moyamba district, the headquarters on Kayamba Chiefdom. Kayamba Chiefdom Moyamba is almost a typical big village. You know, they see infrastructure or facilities where for make them call the district headquarters. Forget about city, district headquarters. Let alone you talk about city. Now Potloko is called a city. Potloko Township is a city. All due to one or two political gymnastics. So this is the Tonangi politics way.
Hold on the play over the years.
And this is the resultant effect way we get out of it. So now SLPP.
This one, there's a one called and then
SLPP
they say
about Tonangi. So not only Freetown, remember, Freetown is just one of the many places where they want for divide. Yes. Freetown, remember in 2017, now we get Western area and get Western area urban, and we also get Falaba Kaine, and now SLPP they're about for bringing Bandajuma and then Panguma. And then one for divide now Western rural into three parts.
Yes.
Into three parts.
It's just Freetown. I feel like we just
to some extent, I go on for agree. Say, well, based on how much I don't travel in the Western rural, it's kind of complex and difficult for administer because you get a mountain community, you get the peninsula, Waterloo on its own, and surrounding villages, now a whole district on your own. So when you go to the peninsula now, the peninsula one force is difficult for administer. Because it's a long stretch. I'm not talking now, but you talk about the mountain. Remember the mayor talk about, say, Freetown start, go towards the hill station at Tati Junction. So the mountain, you get places like Regent, IMAT, you get Mount Toriel, you get places like Gloucester, Leicester, Bathurst, all those mountain communities, Mogiba, even Grafton, Kosotong, all those communities, we put them all together. Then it is supposed to form the whole administration altogether. So for them, you want to agree, say, there's need for it. But when not the need for it, then you have to begin ask questions. Topography-wise, is it difficult to administer? Is it difficult to access? Well, if you say it's difficult to access, that means communities like Dwazak, Somailatong, Soritong, we kind of then get difficult terrain and difficult for access. Then you want to say, then forget your own city. But how would you create their own administration? It's a problem. But however, I'm not a governance expert.
Therefore, be misplaced priorities.
I'm just speaking from the man where the Dongyana point of view. Now, moving forward into the petroleum industry. There are civil society groups now where don't identify the issue around this much talked about reduction in pump price for petroleum products as one thing we know for be on the head of the National Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NPRA. And say the NPRA, well, I say them say, civil society organizations will come together in the form of consortium. You get the likes of Alfonso Manley, William Saulamin, and others. Then say the National Petroleum Regulatory Authority, now the only body established by law which suppose for set the price and standards for petroleum at the country. So no other authority should take such responsibility and make claims in that regard. Let me talk this at one press conference late yesterday for address the issue of the sector.
One of our key roles is to educate the public on issues that has to do with national interest. We are here to discuss issues that has to do with petroleum. We know there has been so many talk around social media, radio stations, televisions that has to do with the current pricing on our fuel in the market. So we're here today just to talk about this particular document, to have some issues that are placed in this particular act. That's the 2025 Act of Petroleum. Some years ago, every morning you wake, or every 1 or 2 months you wake up in the morning, you will hear about shortage of fuel. Our fuel here in Sierra Leone, most times people do smuggle them to Guinea, to Liberia, you know. But the crisis we are still having and people are crying about has to do with the fuel price, more especially current price. Some people are saying the fuel price should have been reduced. Some people are saying, no, it has to be a flat rate. So what we are going to do today is to have a justice on this particular issue, because it's not a document that was prepared or made by civil society. It actually went through our parliament.
It's not regulated by NPRA, but we complement their efforts to public engagement, because this is our need to engage the public so we can explain their policies to the public. The thrust of this press conference is to clarify just 2 short issues. If you look at the Act, there are powers of the authority is in Section 12. There are various authorities to regulate the sector. One of those we want to emphasize for the public to understand is that NPRA is the only institution that has the right to fix the price of petroleum products, either adjust it upward or downward. No other institution or individual have that mandate except the PRA. And this is what we want the public to know. There are 2 factors that are responsible for the prices of petroleum products. The international Platts, which is the price for refined products, And it is only PRA that has the plat in Sierra Leone, no one else. And the other factor is the exchange rate, the loans to the dollar. Mark you, the OMC's, Oil Marketing Company, purchases this fuel not with loans, but with dollar. But they sell to us, the consumer, in loans. So these are the two factors that determine the fuel price.
Alfonso Maneda and earlier Nabin William Saulamin, consortium of civil society groups, we come together for one cause. Moving forward, I want to jog your memory quickly. You remember the Shabro Island project where Idris Elba being come before 2023 election and can launch with President Julius Maada Bio? Yes. So plenty of we don't already conclude say, Salon, they don't come Babuye back. They don't come Kadwi. Because there was a point where even Idris Elba being go to Ghana and go establish or go propose the establishment of a film or movie industry in Ghana and one or two other projects. But the good news is, Idris Elba is in Sierra Leone right now as I speak. He's in a salon right now. And he has been meeting with authorities. Among those authorities, na Parliament. Because according to him, Parliament of Salondo ratified the landmark public-private partnership, the PPP project, where now for establish and develop Shabro Island into a special economic zone. That initiative during our Idris Elba initiative. They say it don't receive the unanimous backing from the island paramount chiefdom and the wider Bond community. Remember, Bond are both a mainland and island community, but the project is to be established on the island of Bond's Island itself. They say then they operate some official development authority within the island. So, I've been talked yesterday in one engagement with the whole Radisson Blue Hotel, including speaking to members of the media.
The idea of what Shabro Island City could become has shape-shifted. In the beginning, 7 years ago, in the beginning, it was an opportunity to look at tourism in Suriname. Shabro Island is a beautiful island, miles and miles of beach facing the Atlantic. And my partner, Siaka Stevens, his goal, his dream was to build a holiday resort in Shabro, and he asked me to come and be involved in that. In that time, clearly, the opportunity, the goal, the dream for Shabro, the feedback from the island, the partnership has now become something completely different. It's gone from the idea of tourism to a special economic zone. A special economic zone as an incubator, as a driver for employment, for opportunities, for business, and most importantly, for investment for Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans. That's what it's become. Shifting of the shape and the idea, it became very clear that in order for the dream to become something different, we needed to put real structure behind it, real partnership with the people from the island, the government, and private sector. And that structure needed to be negotiated and constructed because in truth, although special economic zones exist, and they do in Africa, in Sierra Leone, for this type of project, it was the first of its kind. So that architecture is what's taken so long. And it's taken so long because if I'd love to thank His Excellency Maada Bio for his diligence in making sure that the infrastructure that allows investment to come, to be secure, and to be ratified against government, he put his entire government and our teams together to do it. It took time. It took a lot of time. I need to thank our country. I need to thank the people that didn't believe in what we're doing. because perseverance and diligence got us to a place where we now have a fantastic, internationally recognized business model for West Africa, not just Sierra Leone, but for West Africa. And that excites me beyond, okay? The truth is, you know, in this room, there are multiple generations, but the people of my generation, I'm 53, I'm going to be an old man before we really see the glory of what we have achieved and what we can achieve. But what I'm hoping is that if we do this right, I know perseverance and diligence and teamwork works. I know it because 6 years ago, people said this would never work. Yesterday, we were ratified. Tomorrow, I can take it to the international community and show off and say, no, Sierra Leone became an innovative country to try something different.
And lastly, now back to politics, but this time the one we end up into tripartite. Remember, after the 2023 election, some disagreements and misunderstanding may take place over the election results. And then some political parties were kicked out of the entire process and then say it was just between the government of Sierra Leone, the APC, or Dr. Samara Kamara, and the international community. So I make 3 parties, tripartite. So the other political parties, they're not being considered into that mix. So earlier today, then we hold a press conference for speak out on that very, exclusion, their own exclusion from the tripartite process. Ibrahim Sori Sise, now the Secretary General of the All Political Parties Association.
We urge the government of Sierra Leone, the Steering Committee on the Implementation of the Tripartite Recommendation, civil society organization, the media, development partners, particularly the international moral guarantors of the Agreement of National Unity signed between the SLDP-led government of Sierra Leone and the All People's Congress APC party to ensure common position of the undersigned political parties are taken into consideration in the implementation of the tripartite recommendation. We also urge that we must move beyond rhetoric to action with sustained political will, equitable partnership, and the active involvement, participation, and inclusion of all registered political parties in the process. We call for public financing to strengthen the administrative and institutional capacities of political parties as provided for in the terms of reference for the establishment of the Inter-Party Dialogue Committee, that the IPDC, Resolution 5 of the Agreement for National Unity. See attached the abridged reports of our position based on the 80 recommendation of the Tripartite Committee.
I'll look at some of the recommendations we then develop and come up with as All Political Parties Association. And we'll get that from Abdullah Barry, we're the Secretary General from the National Democratic Alliance, NDA party. And he explained also briefly some of the reasons or the reason why they got rejected in the tripartite process.
Ensure regional electoral commissioners are not appointed to their home regions. We rejected this one. We suggest the appointment and deployment of electoral commissioners and senior staff must be based on clear and current terms of reference, not based on regional affiliation or district of origin. The recommendation stated, ensure regional electoral commissioners are not appointed to their home regions. We rejected that one. We suggested that the appointment and deployment of electoral commissioners and senior staff must be based on a clear, coherent terms of reference, not based on regional affiliation or district of origin. We saw this recommendation as a clear, regionalistic recommendation, so we rejected that one. Recommendation Allow prisoners, recommendation 45, allow prisoners to vote and run for office if not disqualified by law. We rejected this recommendation. We suggest we maintain the provision of Section 17C of the Public Election Act 2022 and Section 76D to E of the 1991 Constitution. Recommendation 45, allow prisoners to vote and run for office if not disqualified by law. We rejected that one. We suggested we maintain the provision of Section 70C of the Public Election Act 2022 and Section 76D to E of the 1991 Constitution. 46. Public officer must resign 6 months before running for office. We rejected. We recommended the status quo should be maintained at least 12 months before running for office to avoid undue advantage and unfair play. Recommendation 46. Public officer must resign 6 months before running for office. We rejected. The state maintained the status quo to be maintained at least 12 months before running for office to avoid undue advantage and fair play. Recommendation 47. Allow dual citizens to run for MP, meeting residency and tax requirements. We rejected that recommendation. Maintain the status quo, risk of conflicting loyalties, and to avoid conflict of interest between Sierra Leone and other states that have other nationality. Recommendation 47. Allow dual citizens to run for MP, meeting the residency and tax requirement. We rejected that one, that we should maintain the status quo because the risk of conflicting loyalties and to avoid conflict of interest.
Political parties forming the bulk of the country's landscape in, politicking. Well, for me, that's all in the headlines review. Rabi.
Thank you very much, Patrick. We don't take us through. And first of all, we'll take Jody Cotton down to today's edition of the Today Show and the final one for this week. Plenty thank you to you. We take your precious time for joining us. And of course, to the production team for ensuring we had a wonderful ride throughout the week. Ensure you have a wonderful weekend. I am Magabia Tumansaye.
And Patrick Salia, goodbye. Have a splendid weekend. Stay out of trouble. Stay safe.